We are live.
And my mic and I forgot. I need to share my screen, otherwise it's gonna look weird. At first, secondary display, go live, shrink you, and then we are on to 4 players. So main with 4 players. Okay, now I've got to move everyone around because of course I do. It's mostly because the last time we had 4 players, we had a different 4 players. So
As is tradition.
Foster
It can never be
isn't in, but Skamos is, and Iggy is in, and then
So, did we actually get to the coal mine before we ended?
Oh yeah, you were in the coal mine.
We were.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in the second level.
Yep, you've already gone down.
Oh yeah.
So, previously on,
I'm confused why I'm missing so much.
you guys managed to find. There we go. I don't know why I've got an extra camera in there, but we do. Anyway, shut down the cameras. There we go. So, previously on, well, welcome to Magic Mushrooms Mead. To our 3 viewers, hopefully we get a few more. I did put the promo or the suggestion in into our a few different Discord chats. So. Previously on Magic Mushrooms Mead, you guys were, you guys went to Tourmaline, where you had a few discussions. You went to one bar and talked to some loggers who said there was trouble with a white or red, depending on which logger you spoke to, moose up in Lonelywood. And then, of course, there was the trouble at the coal mine, the former gem mine. You went over to the actual inn where the owner's daughter... maybe I should move this so that we can actually see you guys. There we go. Yeah. Gotta love the occasional bug. There we go. So, the owner's daughter sang a song for you guys, which was this song. Let's restart that.
The lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red. To the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her cold with dread, as sure as night she's dead.
Alright.
Oh, there we go.
So, in discussion with that young woman, you found out that there was actually 2 there are actually 2 different druids who've been going around trying to convince people to make humanoid sacrifices to their Queen of Air and Darkness. You also found out that her father became ill after one of the druids saw the family ring on his hand. Lilith, your druid, was able to discover that it was some form of curse. And then overnight, Iggy had some really great Pictionary discussions with some Chewingas. Sorry, I've got to move Patrick over because he's kind of...
I moved my stuff yet.
Yeah.
Trying to get my head centered in. I'm watching the stream right now, and I'm not happy with my mustache. It always looks crooked. Every time. Got like a crooked face.
You guys, in the morning, set off for the coal mine to try and see what's going on there. You had been hired by the speaker of Targos to go there and clear out the mine. At the mine, you found it pretty abandoned. There were a pair of rabid giant rats, and then you found a pair of kobolds who were trying to cut down one of the walkways, and you basically bullied them into becoming your prisoners, just like those goblins from earlier. Heading down to level 2, you have come into this second area. There's a table and chairs set up to create space for the miners to take breaks, and on top of the table there are 2 kobolds poking a giant rat with their javelins. Looks like they're kind of trying to make sure that it's dead. They give a bit of a screech when they see you, and one of them goes running.
Oh shit, sneak attack. The other one.
So I will
Do we still have that other kobold with us, or did we
Yeah,
kill
we
it?
still have the 2 prisoners.
You still have the 2 prisoners.
I don't think we need to punch this guy right in the face for a way. But I mean, if we want to, we can.
So,
Were we going to see their leader or something?
Yes,
That's
they
the
were.
plan.
They were taking you to their leader, Trex. But just in case you do want to do anything, let's get some initiative. And
Before we roll initiative, can I just shout out some positivity for the Underdark mode on PC now?
Oh, yeah.
Deviant. Oh,
Right?
dark mode on everything is so much better.
yeah,
Instead of having a page of white.
they haven't brought it to other places. It's only on the character sheets right now.
Hey guys, do you know if there's like a dark mode on Zoom, or is that just something like that? That'd be wishful thinking.
Probably is.
Probably.
I don't-
Probably not. Who knows? Anyone on chat know? If there is.
Dark mode on
Any-
Zoom.
That'd be great.
I'm sure there is.
Okay, I've got. Oh, is that yours, Iggy? No, that's a dex check from before.
I got natural
I forgot
20
to roll
for
it.
23.
I got 12.
So, 14 for Golemov and 10 for Iggy.
And
I don't like that the game log keeps bloody closing. Oh, I can lock it. There we go. Locked. There we go. That's so much better. Alright, so as that first one busts ass, you are up first, Corbin. You've got the
Oh, shit.
one prisoner in front of you and the other behind, and then this number 4 is down below, kind of on the edge of the table.
I'm just gonna tell the kobold prisoner in front of me to tell his buddy to stand down, that we're friends.
He
And then
says,
I'll hold it. I'm gonna hold an action,
okay.
which is gonna be stabbing somebody.
What's your trigger for the stabbing?
If the guy like makes any advancement towards us, then I'm gonna probably stab our prisoner.
Okay. Says, so
I'll put my
with,
knife to his back, I guess.
with his hands up, he says, they're friends. And the other one says, don't look like friends.
We're friendly enough to not kill you right now, so
like-
let's be friends.
Poke the one in the back. Hey, tell them we're here to yell at them that we're here to talk, and then I'll like lift them up above everyone else's head.
Shake him around a little bit.
Shout at them.
We're here to talk. They're here to talk. I don't know what you wanted me to say.
Good.
That's
And I'll
good
like,
enough.
shake him as I put him down.
You don't want to shake him too hard. You might actually hurt him. What's that guy got to say? Number 4.
We will have to wait until his turn. Golemov, did you want to hold an action as well?
Lifting up and shaking the kobold is my action.
Okay. And then Skamos, and then Iggy. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna just maybe try and yell at them to intimidate them.
Okay.
Just we're here to talk to your leaders. If you try anything, we'll make sure that's the last of you.
All right.
Do I roll an intimidation?
You can.
Or actually, no. I could take just 15, right? Like
Yep.
my.
You can take
Yeah,
your
I'll
passive.
just do the 15.
Okay.
Proficient in intimidation.
Yeah. So yeah. He looks sufficiently intimidated, as far as you can tell. Iggy.
I'll just pass. I don't really see me doing anything right now.
Okay. So, the number 4 here, he says, he looks down from where his friend ran into the darkness and kind of squints because the dark vision isn't working down here, and he says, I don't think Greg heard you, but if you don't hurt me, okay.
Also, just lead the way, buddy. Let's go find your other friends here.
Yeah, bring him along.
Actually, it should be
Start-
fairly bright because I have my lantern lighting things up here.
You got your lantern lighting up this area. You don't have it lighting down,
Fair enough.
down where his friend ran. Okay, so what I'll do...
We're just making like a convoy of kobolds,
Basically,
Kobolds,
yeah.
collecting them as we go through the area.
So,
I wonder how much can you sell a kobold for? Make some money.
Not much.
Yeah.
Useless. How about for the meat?
I mean,
Even less.
it depends if you want to be slavers.
But is it really slaving when they're just kobolds? Kobolds. They're fine.
Technically,
worries.
they're sentient beings.
And they are
Wow, but
they are
how
sapient
sentient?
creatures.
How sentient are they?
What's a lifetime of indentured servitude?
Right?
Is
All I
indentured
see is
servitude
gold.
really slavery?
Or did they actually choose to do that?
Yeah.
You know,
We'll see
They
how
had
the
a choice. They
conversation
could've
with
ran
the
away.
leader goes.
Yeah.
We all make choices.
Yeah, he just
Made
sold
the wrong one.
himself into indentured servitude for 5,000 gold.
They could always buy their way out. All they
It's
gotta do
true.
is they lift themselves up by their bootstraps, dig in, work hard. Easy, right? I tell you, some people just don't like to work. Eh?
It's lost on today's youth.
Jason Kenny here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, you know, if they get hurt during the servitude, they're gonna have to pay for their own medical bills because, like, this isn't no charity, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
We're not.
Don't forget the city taxes. They
Oh.
gotta make sure that they're paying for their services.
Well, they gotta pay for their room and board too.
And their
'cause
food.
I'm
Yeah.
providing that for free,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
it's a charity.
Yeah. That's why it's not technically slavery, is because they're being paid.
Right.
You know, they just.
Just most of their money's going back to me.
Yeah.
We're gonna do like mining script like they used to do back in the days.
What's my script? You just go in
Well,
there and
the
work your
mining
back?
companies would hire these people, put them in a town, and they would pay them in their mining script paper. So you didn't
so
make
they
any
couldn't
money.
leave.
So they couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't leave. And they couldn't spend the money they made anywhere else, and they'd have to pay whatever fees the company decided things were worth.
Jesus Christmas. Eh?
I mean, they're already in the mine. We might as well.
I've got supper coming, so I'm going off camera.
Okay.
We can still hear you eat, though.
No, I keep my mic off.
Make him self-conscious.
So I'm going to move all you guys off screen because that's just going to be an easier way to move this, because something with the latest version has completely eaten up all of the damn resources. They even turned everything down. So this guy has gone down here, and then we have let's find a, oh, lovely. I like how you guys get a view of the stuff over the, well,
It looks like a big black screen with a couple of green circles.
yeah,
Not much relevant understanding here.
not much, but you can see where things are if I have the
Just to see what
HP
else.
bars on. So, oh hey, Patrick just subscribed.
Yeah.
Thank you,
What the heck?
Patrick.
All right. What do I get?
Unfortunately, you get nothing. You get to watch as you play. That's what you
Nice.
get.
Did we do a shout out to that? What was that company again?
Eventyr Games?
What was it called?
I think it's
Eventyr.
Eventyr Games.
Yeah.
What was that one more time? Eventyr Games. I was giving a shout out to you. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. You
Eventyr Games.
absolutely can. If you look in the,
I see it.
you see it?
Where is it?
Yeah. It's
But
the
that's because I was in there
exclamation mark
earlier.
Yeah,
It might
you were
need
in
to be
the
there
chat
again.
earlier.
exclamation mark promo. So
Yeah.
they actually have their own thing in our chat.
Yes, I
Really?
put a
Where?
thing in
How do I
it
get-
for the chat. If we do get
Oh, I see it now. There we go.
if we do get some people coming in, then we can, or if we do get actual, some more actual companies giving us sponsorships or whatever, we can put it into exclamation mark promo and show off the promo.
Yeah, look at that. You can just click on it. Boom, you're on their web page. And everything.
Already there.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
One-
All you need is your credit card.
All you need is a credit card. Or your parents' credit card.
Remember,
Cool.
kids, money is money.
Yeah.
mean, that's not wrong.
It's not wrong, but it's not right.
It's
And he actually does have his thing, so I can change his vision distance to probably 15, because he's got loads there. And then move you guys down there. Okay, so what happens? You guys get down. Oh, I missed this. So the tunnel's downward slope ends where it opens onto the center shaft. You guys had seen that earlier from way, way, way up higher. And now you're here. A wooden walkway is extending from this opening and runs westward to another tunnel in the rock. In front of you, you can see, because we're gonna switch the kobold and Severin here, so that you can actually see in there. So in front of you, a large bucket, like the one you saw earlier that brought you down to level 2, dangles from a taut rope that stretches southward across the shaft and is connected to another wooden platform about 15 feet away.
I'm back.
Hey.
The fast.
So, and sorry, this bucket goes down or up?
It goes across.
Oh.
So
okay.
we're going across this rope.
So you asked them to lead you to their leader. He looks like he's passing the rope. He's not looking at. He's not looking across that way.
Oh, like we're climbing down.
Come over.
What does my passive investigation or my passive perception tell me kind of about that? Like, will that bring that? Is that rope attached to that whatever that big thing is in the middle of that big pot?
Yes,
That's the bucket.
The bucket is connected to that.
And these two things on the sides will be bringing it up and down.
Cross, left and right. I
Across.
think.
Across,
Yeah.
left to right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's
So
bring it
I
all
think
the
it's
way
the
to our side.
transportation.
Yeah.
Should we ask the kobolds, like, do we need to cross this to go to the leader?
The one that you've got out front says, no, that goes to mining and the place with migraines.
With migraines,
Yes.
you get headaches.
Get headaches over there.
Maybe it causes headaches.
Interesting.
I'd say we go for the leader first. What do
Well,
you
let's
guys
go
think?
for the leader. And does it know why it causes migraines? You smell gas when you're in there. Is there some funny smell?
He says, no, just something hurts the head. Like
Would I
noise.
know maybe noise
Noise.
almost, eh? Would I think of maybe could I do like an Arcana or a history of something or some creatures that would be in a mine that would cause headaches?
From
Which would you
noise,
like?
yeah.
History or Arcana?
Either one would work, really.
And if I'm proficient in something, do I get advantage on it, or is it just still the same?
So if you're proficient, you can take the passive, which would be
Take the
that
passive
number plus 10. Or you can
My-
roll.
So okay, I'll just do Arcana, and it'd be if I take my passive, it'd be 14.
Okay. So 14. You know that in the Underdark there are a lot of psionic creatures, and something with psionic energy could cause migraines and nosebleeds and stuff. You know that with the spell that I think both you and Skamos have, which is Vicious Mockery, is a psychic spell that just immediately gets into the head and causes damage in the brain.
Interesting. Since they're really good at smelling stuff, let's say, do they smell or see any footprints? Anything that would suggest that there's something in the mining side with them?
He says, mining side is fine. It's the south that hurts.
South that hurts. Have you seen anything or smelt anything unusual?
Just the light. Purple light.
Oh. Purple light comes around every time you get a headache over there.
Yeah.
Oh.
How
Wow.
much of a connection can I make to this with my deity being who it is? Is there any connection to the actual Illithids?
That would make sense. There's a possibility with Illithids. They do like to do stuff with the brain. If one was in here and they aren't all dead, that would be strange. So it could be something connected to them that isn't one of them. Something that doesn't need to eat people, at least.
Those little brain things?
Yeah.
What was it?
Iggy doesn't buy it because they would. If there was any Illithids, they would have enslaved all these stupid kobolds already.
If it's a
I'm
light,
not
could I
familiar.
think of something in my history or Arcana maybe that would suggest that there's some unusual, let's say, crystal formation or something like that might have something to do with that?
That would be nature.
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 I'll roll on that too. Let's see. Fuck. 8.
8. You got no idea.
Snake eyes.
You can ask Lilith.
Yeah, let's ask Lilith. Does she need to roll on that?
She has a nature of.
She's
Nature's
got a good rogue
actually.
nature.
Why is nature intelligence? God damn. Just like religion,
I mean-
doesn't make sense.
That one makes more sense than religion does, but
I guess
like,
that's
still-
true. So she's gonna roll on it because that would be an 11 otherwise. What did she? Oh no, I thought it landed on the 20, but it's off in the corner. That's why. Yeah,
Yay.
she's got no idea.
Can I give it a go? I might not be the best at it, but
Yeah.
might know a thing or two.
Why not, right?
Let's see. Oh, we got a 16 plus 3, 19.
Oh, there we go.
So there are definitely crystals, especially in the Underdark. Mostly fungi that glows, but there are crystals
There's fun
that
guys down here?
if a
Hey.
light if a light hits it the right way, it will appear to glow, but it would have to have a light source of its own causing it.
So that would be fungi. They can have their own light sources.
Yeah,
So it'd be whatever that.
bioluminescent.
Do we,
Yeah,
do we know how
bioluminescent.
far it would be to the ground from here when we look over the edge?
You look over
I will-
and you
I will
see
spit over.
nothing but darkness.
I'll spit over the edge and listen.
Don't hear anything. It
It's pretty
goes, if it hits the bottom, it's too far for you to be able to hear. It is kind of loud. There is a waterfall beside you, but it's not as loud as it was up higher. Yeah.
So, us as a squad, do we have any idea what causes that psionic damage and glows purple? Like with any of our combined intelligence here, what do we
I'm going
think
with
it could be?
mushrooms. Fun guys.
Mushrooms? Fun guys, okay.
Oh,
Mushrooms
well.
and fun guys.
Oh. I mean, we should just go talk to Kobold later. We can worry about that later.
Yeah, maybe we can get rid of them. 2 birds with 1 stone, because we'll eventually go over there.
Yeah, let's get
we'll
2
deal with
birds
the
stoned at
last
once.
All right.
Okay.
We'll get them to actually eat some of those mushrooms and see what happens. Yeah.
But for their own freedom, you know? We're not forcing them to, but they might earn their freedom that way, you know?
Well, we can use them as fodder, right? They go in front, we know what's happening.
You got a headache? Okay, we'll stop.
Look around, tell me what you see.
Canaries.
All right. So,
I mean, kobolds.
What's the difference?
I see none.
Can I get behind our fancy fighter there?
you can.
Severin. My guy's brave, he's just not stupid. That's not going to be straight up at the front. We should probably have our nice monk up closer to the front as well. Call him off.
You gonna stay back then and let Golemov go in front of you?
I'll let Golemov go in front of me, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'd still like to be close enough that I can be able to talk as well, but I'd like to keep my skin intact.
Okay. So, let's put Lilith back because she's not going to be here for a little while longer. And we will move you up, and we'll move you in, and Lilith has the kobold at the back.
We got lots of kobold.
Yeah, you got lots.
Yeah, we just
Pull him off. If something goes wrong, grab that kobold and chuck him off the edge.
Like
Yeah,
as
down
like
one
an
to-
intimidation thing, like as roughly as you can. Like if you like go to whip them and like accidentally hold on
Did
to
I
a
put
little
one
type
on
of thing.
top of someone, or did I? Oh no, 4 is there. I can't count apparently.
I thought there was only tradesmen that couldn't count. That would be me in the group.
So let's put. God damn it! Open up. There we go. And... Okay, so as you guys are coming around. See, it wasn't running this slowly last week. As you guys are coming around, let us open up this. This is 11. So, lurking in this dusty tunnel, you see, 4 skittish kobolds. One is probably the one you saw from earlier, who is chattering to the one with some wings. One of them with this fake pair of dragon wings made of thin wood and tattered white cloth carries a threadbare satchel. He immediately raises his hands in surrender and says, "We mean you no harm. Please don't hurt us."
Wonderful. What's going on here, guys?
Who are you impersonating?
Yeah, I'm not impersonating. Oh, I guess you're talking to them, hey? I'll look
With
back
the
to you and
fake
go,
wings.
I'm not impersonating nobody.
I was gonna like whisper to Severin. At least these guys didn't end up like the goblins.
We'll keep that to ourselves.
This one with the wings says, I'm impersonating nobody. We sought refuge in the mine after we were chased out of our home in the foothills of Kelvin's Cairn. There was a Yeti. The
That son of a bitch.
miners ran off already before we even got here.
Did you guys happen to kill all the giant rats in here?
We didn't catch a few, but the ones that we did catch, yes.
Great. Maybe we can work out a deal.
What sort of deal?
I kill the rest of the rats, or you can help us go clear the other side with the migraine area.
Looks like we've got player 5 in. So let's switch this out.
Well,
How's it going, Melissa?
Yes.
So I need to find your camera. I should really put these in order. That would make a lot of sense. There we go. Okay. You haven't missed much. Everyone came down and found out about a there's a glow that causes a headache down south across this chasm, and you have met Trex, the leader. Sorry, I think it was Patrick who said something and I missed it.
I probably did, and I don't really remember.
Okay.
We'll just continue with the keep her updated, I guess.
All right. Well, Trex just says this winter has made the wilderness unsafe for my kind, and the preternatural cold dulls our wits. Please, we only want a place to stay so we can keep out of the weather. We can work and we won't cause trouble. Terminain would be richer for having us.
Yeah, well, if you guys are willing to work in the mine, I'm sure that you'd be more than welcome. Right? You guys could be like the rodent catchers while the other guys mine. You could be. Yeah. I'm sure we can work something.
yeah,
right?
I'll just like, let's be honest here. Dwarves would just assume you get in the way, so you just stage up and protect them from rats. I'm sure they'd be appreciative of that.
Yeah, I'd let you stay in there. Be a win-win situation. We could
All
talk
the rats.
for you.
All the rats you can eat.
So, looks like everyone except for Severin and Iggy can tell this guy's lying out of his ass.
Oh.
Severin, Iggy,
He seems pretty legit, guys.
he's legit.
Okay.
With my passive insight's 14 as well,
Can I
Yeah,
do
exactly,
some
that's why you
intimidation
can
to this guy?
though. Okay.
I want to try and intimidate this winged guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was just looking over this edge here, and I do see that it looks like quite the drop. Do you think your wings will help you make the fall, or do you want to maybe try and tell us the truth here?
He kind of smiles and says, I mean, I'm sure it will be perfectly fine for me. What about you? You all seem to be much closer to the edge.
I'd say, do it now, Golemoff and Severin. And then have them, hopefully they'll grab one of the 2 and 4 and just toss them off the side.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'd say let's just have a little game of kobold yeet.
Toss.
Well,
A game of Goblin.
Game of Goblin Yeet.
I'm like, oh no, never mind, guys. This isn't a goblin situation. These guys are actually assholes.
Yeah, this is okay. Let's
This is not a
initiate
goblin
planned
situation.
goblin toss, but they hopefully don't know what that means.
Let's get some initiative then.
We tried.
I tried a little bit, right?
Schemos 8.
A little
19.
bit of soft diplomacy.
15,
A little bit of a that didn't work. Now we're gonna kill you.
15, and Lilith. I just need your.
Sorry.
10. Excellent. Where is villains? Is combat number 2? Combat's number 2. There we go. So 10.
Quick question here.
Yep.
Let's suggest that I do a thunder wave. It says that they take damage and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Yep.
Does that depend on where I'm putting it? So if I could put it like in between the guy with the fake wings and the other two, would this guy number 3 end up being 5, 10? Well, number 2 could be pushed off.
So
Number 3 would be pushed close to the edge.
it it comes off of you.
Okay, so it would be pushing them the other way.
Yeah,
rather
it would
than
be pushing them the
setting
other
it.
way. It always has to be connected to you. So
Okay.
you could. How big does it say the square is? Or the cube?
The square, it's a 15-foot cube.
Okay, so you could run to the edge next to Severin, use it there, and you would hit 2, 3, and Trex.
It would push them all back 10 feet pretty
Yeah.
much.
If they fail.
Yeah.
Would they get damage from smacking into each other too? Then
Yep.
Although I would get probably number 4 is a prisoner. Do I get hit running by him?
He
Or is
has
he
no
that weak?
weapon, but you don't know. He might.
he might get the opportunity attack on you because
Yeah.
you'd be going in and out of his range.
And
Um,
I've got no life.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're right next to our two teammates here, why don't you try and just? Are you able to use your teammates to just try and team throw that guy off if he ran next to 4? Or is that something that would have to be like him saving his action and be done on somebody else's turn to try and do something
Well,
together?
what he could do is, wait, what's the initiative order? Do we have the initiative order? Do the kobolds go before I?
No. You go next.
Okay. What you could do is, if you really wanted to, you could run up beside me, or you could
Save an
run up,
action.
like, can you get beside me? I don't know if
No.
there's really room.
There's no room.
There's not really room, so
I
yeah,
could just straight up vicious mock one of the
Yeah.
guys.
that's probably your best bet.
You can vicious
How far
mock
can I?
from where you are.
60 feet.
You can see 3. You can see 2 and 3.
I will vicious mock 3.
Okay, he's the one who ran
I'll
away.
tell him. What's that? Sorry, he's the one that ran away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him that he's not as cool as number 7 because that guy's got some fake ass wings on him.
Ooh, straight to the heart. Ruthless.
Right?
Not only is he the leader,
it's a wisdom
kobold,
save
he
of
also
14.
ran away like a
He
little.
fails.
And he did run away like a bitch.
Yeah.
4 damage.
4 damage.
Oh, he hits.
That
it.
one hurt him. That got him right in the heart.
Okay. That did. He's not happy with that.
He's a
You
bitch
can't
and he don't have
tell
no
because
wings.
he's not facing your way, but a tear does run down his cheek. He's a lizard of some sort, but he grows tear ducts just to be able to cry a little. So next is Golemov.
I'm guessing it's the whole, in order to pick up and move the kobold, it's the 2 actions. The first I have to grip him, and then second
Yeah.
I have to get
Grapple
him.
and then throw.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm just gonna. Actually, you know what?
So I
I'm going
will
to
let you
leave.
know 1, 4, and 2. So 1, 2, and 4 are all unarmed because you took their weapons.
Yeah, so those are the ones we pacified. So I'm not gonna beat that kobold senseless.
Okay.
So 2. I would take. Wait, you said 2 is one of the ones we disarmed as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to run through the kobolds because it's a double move moving through enemies, right?
Right.
Okay.
So,
As long as you make the acrobatics check. I think it's a
Yeah.
tumble check, right?
yeah, it would be an acrobatics. Unless you want to bowl them over, I would let you do athletics.
I am proficient in acrobatics.
Okay.
So I would, if I take my flat 10, I get 16.
Okay.
Holy.
So you like put your hands on Severin to toss yourself up, and then it's like a 10-foot high ceiling, or 15, I think is what I said. So you're easily above all of them as you just kind of
Like,
spy your way across. You do a what would it be? Mission Impossible, and you can get right here, or do you want to go further?
nope, that's what I was thinking here.
Okay, and you drop down right behind Trex.
Okay. Then from there, I would like to use my staff and smack his face.
Okay.
I'd say surprise, motherfucker.
Ooh. Yeah.
23 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 7 damage.
7 damage. You crack him, and you hear an audible crunch. He is not dead, but goddamn is he hurt.
All right.
Like,
Oh, wrong. There we go.
And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to use.
Trunk punch?
Nope, I am not. I am going to use 1 key point and use patient defense. So I'm going to take the dodge action.
Awesome.
So anybody to attack me has disadvantage.
Okay. And then Iggy.
All right, let's see. There's this guy beside me, but he's disarmed. But
He's
I don't know if he
disarmed.
tried to push me or not. I will. I guess I'll move forward 1,
Okay.
and I will. I'll just take the dodge action too, just in
Alright.
case he tries to push me.
Cool beans.
Or could I fit on right beside Severin?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just go right there then.
Okay. He does not try to attack you. And then Trex turns around and tries to stab you. He's got it's disadvantage with dodge.
Yep,
Okay.
I believe so.
All right. So his lowest one is an 18.
An 18, I think, still will hit. It will.
Okay.
Barely, but it does.
So he deals 5 damage with that dagger of his.
I like just stare him down as he like stabs me, and I just like look down and stare.
Alright, so 5 would take you to 19. There we go. Yeah, I like that the HP bars are working. Okay. And then he is not going to move because he doesn't really have anywhere to go. And next is Lilith. So you are at the back here.
Yep. Do I have a guy next to me? I can't tell.
You do have a guy next to you. He's one of the disarmed ones.
Okay. Do I have time to transform?
Yep, you are a moon druid, so you can do it as a bonus action.
I'm gonna transform into a wolf.
Okay. So I believe I have the wolf. Yes, I'm gonna hop up 1-4 and grab that wolf. Where did I put him? Sorry, I know you guys are blind now. I'm trying to find my wolf. Where the hell did I put it? There it is. Come on. Alright, so drop you down 2 levels. Down. Okay. There we go. You turn into a wolf.
Alright, and I attack the guy next to me.
Okay.
Is that just a melee strike? I can't remember how to do that when I'm transformed.
Yeah, but you're right beside Skamos, so you should get pack tactics too.
Yes, so give me a moment. I'm going to add the wolf to your wild shape here. So. Okay. Wild shape. Wolf. And add that. Okay, so if you go to the extras tab on your character sheet, you should see the wolf, and that will tell you what you need to roll for your attack. And you get advantage, so you can roll twice and take the highest one.
Okay, is Patrick in danger since I'm right beside him, or getting, like,
He
knocked
is
off?
not. Not unless you shove Skamos hard enough to bump into Patrick. But
I'll be fine.
No, I think
Don't
I
worry
just
about
want to fight him. What do I roll again?
Since he's
Sorry.
tied
you
up,
roll 2 d20s, take the
doesn't
highest
he
He's
get
one.
tied
like
up.
a?
Oh.
He's
Yeah,
not
doesn't
tied
she
up.
get like automatic
He's just
critical?
disarmed.
He's just
Yeah.
disarmed. He's not tied up. He's just disarmed.
Okay.
So roll d20 twice and take the highest one.
Okay. I got a 10.
7. Okay.
Yikes!
So, your bite is going to be a +4. So, I believe that's going to hit. Yes, that hits. So, your bite deals 2d4 plus 2.
Patrick, since you're not doing so well health-wise, do you want to get on my back? I get down. See if you want to get on my back. If you want, like,
So I can
Not to
stab
fight.
people while I'm on your back.
yeah.
You're a little too small for him. Iggy could ride on your back, but yeah.
I'm a normal human size.
Yeah.
I do,
I guess it's a normal. It's
Did you
not
kill
a
that?
giant wolf.
Right.
No.
So you need to roll
I
2
think you can.
d4s.
Iggy, do you want to ride me like that?
You actually, I think you can be a dire wolf, but you
Um,
chose this one.
Yeah.
I
We
didn't
can
see
maybe later
Direwolf on here.
Yeah, Direwolf wasn't one of one of the ones that she knew, being
Yeah.
from the Underdark and going to circuses.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, if you hit this guy, he has to make a strength save or
Yep.
be knocked prone.
But you can roll 2d4 for your damage.
Well, Brad rolls a d20 so he doesn't get rolled prone. Strength
Well, it
save.
depends on if he dies. So that's 4 and... Did you roll 2 4s?
Boom.
God
Yeah.
damn.
He's dead.
And that's plus 2 on top of that. So yeah, he doesn't need to roll to see if he gets knocked prone. Because you went
He
for
got knocked dead.
You
Yeah.
ripped this poor guy apart.
You went for the jugular.
That
Are
poor
we
guy in
not
the back.
supposed to kill people?
He's like,
Missed that
good thing I
part."
surrendered.
Yeah.
Good thing I surrendered.
This is the best thing I did.
He was
No,
like,
I thought we were fighting them.
I'm just like, okay, do not piss off the druid.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
He's,
mean, Skamos did tell everybody to throw them off the edge, so.
that is true.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
we're looking at her now and we're going, she looks a little bit
now they know we
eviler now.
mean business. Oh shit.
What is it?
Well,
Is
none
it
of the other guys
she's
can
looking a
steal.
little evil? Is it Fable where she's starting to grow horns and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so next is Skamos.
Am I able to? Let me just see here. Do my? Is my? Oh yeah, my bardic inspiration is a bonus action.
Yep.
So I want to give one of those to Gollum off. What is there distance on that? 60 feet. So I think he's close enough, right?
Yeah, he's close enough to hear you.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him one of those
All right.
just
There
in
you
case, because he's in the
Yep.
he's in there.
Does it say
What do
you
you
have
say
to
to me?
see, or is it hear only?
I can hear you.
Okay. And what do you say to inspire?
Yeah.
You're doing great. I see you're a little bit surrounded, but just keep your spirits up, bud.
You're doing great, bud. No
I like giving
worries.
thumbs up.
And did you want to move?
I wanted to, so I don't think that number 4 guy is going to do anything to us. What's the distance for mocking? Am I close enough to mock 3?
I think you'd have to get down a little
you'd
bit
have
for
to
a line
go
of sight.
down for line of sight. You can't see from there, but if you move up here, you'll be able to see him. And you're well within range to see from there.
Well, if I'm going to go there, I might as well mock 7 then.
Okay.
And we'll try that. And I think it's a wisdom save of 13.
All right. So, it uses this. Yeah, he makes it with the 16.
Well, you're still a big dum-dum, Trex.
No wonder it didn't hurt him that bad, right? He's like, that.
All right. So, Trex says, kill them. And then we have. Is there. Oh, advantage. There we go. I can make everyone. You guys can see what's going on. So, with advantage, number 5 is going to roll an 18 to hit Gollum in the back. Oh yeah, he has disadvantage, so that
Because I took the dodge
just
action.
goes flat. So, with a flat one, he gets 23. I'll go with actually the first roll that he made on that advantage one, which is a 4 plus 4 is 8. which misses.
Nice.
6 can't get to you. 2 can't really do anything. 3...
2 is the disarmed one, and 3
Yeah.
is the other armed one.
3 is going to... Well, you're very tall, so 3 is going to throw his javelin at you.
Oh, damn it, I'm not level 3 yet.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
I
catch
know.
that, weren't you?
I want to catch it. One more level. One more level.
Okay. And 10's gonna miss too. That javelin smacks into the rock behind you. And that's that. The others are looking really nervous. And then we will go with Severin. I just put him at last because he's at the back. So what would he want to do? He is a javelin kind of guy, considering what he did in the last couple combats. So he's going to throw his javelin at Trex, which is actually going to miss with a 12. Yeah, and that won't hit you. Okay, so back to the top with Corbin.
Dive and dodge.
All right. Would I be able to see Goldmoth?
Yeah, no, nope. You won't be able to see him.
What? That sucks. I was really hoping.
That's a bit of a weird
Would
angle.
I be able to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? 5, 10, 15. I won't be, even if I move down closer, I won't be able to see it.
So, oh yeah, from there you're gonna be
'Cause I need,
falling off.
I'll be
so-
off.
Yeah. That's the best you can do. You can see 3.
Okay, well, I will go and for, what's his face here? For Severin, I'm going to point at him, and I'm going to cast True Strike on him.
Okay, excellent.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. And Golemon.
So you got this, buddy. You got this.
You got it. We're doing bard things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just snap my fingers. You got this. You got this.
Woo!
Are you gonna
Do all
help?
the tough things.
No. You guys got this. You got this. Don't worry.
Hey, you want to start a song?
Yeah, I'm just going to
We could afterwards for sure.
On my
smack
drum.
Trex in the
I'll start
chest
beatboxing.
with my
Okay.
staff. Again. Ooh. Dylan, what's your inspiration at this level again?
1d6.
Son of a bitch. Does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Woo!
Okay. He takes 11 damage.
Okay.
Ooh, he gone.
He is gone.
You kinda missed
As
at that
his
point.
body falls, you see another form kind of stand up out of it.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
What is that not working? Okay, now it's
It's the
loading.
false prophet.
It's an imp. If it's an intellect devour coming out of the body, I want to eat it.
It is not.
It's some sort of fungus.
Just eat it regardless.
Alright, and then... Sorry, this is taken... Something has just bogged down my system, so the toolkit is running really, really slow. Alright. Some sort of ghostly creature stands up out of where the kobold falls.
I'm just gonna look at the one behind me and be like, you seeing this shit?
Right? He's like, what?
I can't open the goddamn thing. I gotta open the encyclopedia and go for it manually then. So, yeah, this ghost stands up out of it. And what is your next move?
Scream.
Okay. Well,
It's a ghost just stood up. You're gonna have to scream a little bit.
I'm going to be spooked. But my reaction to being spooked is to punch it
With your trunk.
with my trunk.
Trunk
So
punch him in the trunk.
I'm going to trunk punch this thing as soon as it starts to stand up.
Well, this isn't cool because I think ghosts need silver, don't they? Do we have any magical weapons?
15 to hit.
15 to hit does hit.
7 damage.
Okay.
That is bludgeoning if it matters.
It kind of does. So, does not appear to do very much to it. This ghost shouts, protect the satchel at the kobolds.
Oh,
And Iggy, you're up.
I turn to the one and be like,
Did I hear that?
Yeah, you would have heard it.
Oh, I don't even know what I can do. I can't see anything.
Yell at Connor.
Iggy, just yell out, get the satchel.
I would have heard it. I'm right beside
Yeah.
it.
I don't think I would have heard it. So
What can I do? What can I do?
can you shoot something now?
I don't think I can see anything over there.
You can go around the corner. I mean, you're smaller. You're much smaller than Severn. You can kind of squeeze past and squeeze back.
Actually, I want to try something crazy.
Okay.
I'll pull out my 10-foot pole.
Mm-hmm.
I will try to tumble past number 2 and use the 10-foot pole to fling the satchel back towards Severin and Skamos.
Okay.
So what I got to roll for all this?
So a tumble would be your acrobatics.
3.
You tumble into Severn, really.
Just gonna roll to his leg like a toddler, right?
You smack into him, and and he drops the he drops the torch
Uh-oh.
onto the wooden platform.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
It's not as bad as you think. We're still good.
Oh, wrong person. Come on. You can move. There we go.
Well, can I do anything else?
I would give you a bonus action to either pick up or kick the torch before it starts to catch the dry wood.
Yeah, I'll try to fling the torch in closer to the bag then.
Okay. If you're trying to kick it towards the bag, I'd say just give me a straight dex roll.
3.
Ooh. You do like a
Could have used that before.
yeah. Like a soccer player, you just get it up onto the top of your foot and then fling it right over top of the heads of the 2 kobolds onto the other kobold's body. And the ghost screams, "No!" And then he will yeah. He is going to I need to roll a wisdom here. Yeah. So he disappears back into 3. And then number 3 grabs the satchel before it can be lit and immediately says, "We surrender. Drop your weapons, boys." And then, way at the back, Lilith. You didn't hear that because you're pretty far
I
away.
immediately attack. No, I'm just kidding.
You'll probably come around the corner and attack number 4,
I'm
right?
gonna.
She's on the rampage now. Can't be
Yeah, I'm
stopped.
coming around the corner. So
You
I'll
got
come around the corner where
You got that
the
bloodlust.
one on the platform is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Would I have heard them say we surrender? I guess I have better hearing.
Actually, yes. Because you've got keen hearing and smell, you would have heard that.
Okay. So I'll hold off from attacking, but I'll.
But do you believe him?
Squall and growl at. Who has the satchel, by the way?
3.
Number 3. And she's got
The one in
really
like,
good insight, so she believes him.
Am I anywhere near her? Can I like? go and,
No.
like, just
You're
bounce on her?
you're pretty far back away.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of intimidate number 4 because I'm right by them.
Okay.
But I won't attack yet.
Give a little growl.
Yeah.
And Skamos. No one's dropped their weapons yet, but it hasn't gotten to their turns yet.
Okay. Can I get past number 2 or no?
It's a little too cramped to get past him.
Okay.
They are smaller, so I guess you could kind of shove him, but you'd be using double movement to get there and would be pretty cramped and not able to really do much of anything.
I might just hold an action here then.
Okay.
If if they try and do anything other than drop their weapons, I want to try and viciously mock number 3.
All right. So, yeah, they all drop their weapons and put their hands up. And Trex, or whatever his name is, says, I'm sorry, I was just trying to protect what I needed to protect.
What's in the satchel? What's in the satchel?
What's the sack?
Does the one that he jumped into sprout wings now?
No.
No, because those are wood. He could pick them up from the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, I
shitty
missed that part. Sorry.
You could put them on, actually, right now. You're right beside where that was.
You could be the winged elephant.
I'm gonna, like, poke the body and be like... Anything else I should be expecting?
You're gonna prod it with your trunk? Kind of get in all the crevices, see what's going on.
See what it's really about.
You know, he might have another satchel on him, a prison satchel, that you might have to check.
Yeah, go check his prison sack.
Check the prison satchel.
He might have emptied it, though, upon dying, so it's hard to say.
Oh, and there we go. I should be able
Just
to
follow your
show
nose.
what he looks like to you guys. Yeah. That's Trex. And now he's dead. So, yeah. Okay, so that's rotate, and this
That
is...
kobold.
Yeah.
Kobold.
Well, gang, I think that sack is ours, so...
He says,
I think we
please, no. I need it. It's all I have left from my former life.
Start talking. What is it?
He opens it up to show you, and all you see are clumps of moss, lichen, and shrubbery.
Would any of us have the
like,
insight to know what that
yeah.
means?
Would Severin kind of know what that is? Because he's kind of got alchemy training.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's nature stuff, right? Wouldn't Lilith check that out?
Or, yeah, I guess that too.
Right?
That depends on if Lilith wants
Yeah,
to remain.
I'd have turned back, but I just went back to check it out.
Okay. You can
You could
go
smell it.
over to give it a sniff. And it does all appear to be regular stuff. And Golemov says, or not Golemov, Severin says, I mean, none of it seems like for making any particular poison or potion I can think of.
Okay, well, I might
Would I think that maybe they're using it for, let's say, some sort of young, like children or something like that, eggs, something that they do for the reproduction, a ghost or fungi or something like that.
I mean, you can ask.
I'll ask them. Is this for some sort of reproductive thing, like bag of condoms, or what is this?
Trex.
I got Chinese food. Sorry, guys.
That's alright.
Oh, lucky.
Hey, that's the best kind of interruption.
I'm jealous. Yeah, that's
the
okay.
Chinese food interruption is the best kind of interruption.
Yeah. Trex says, it's just my collection. I'm a botanist. Or I was when I was alive.
So you're a ghost now. Are you the sack? Does the sack follow you?
I just bring the
Melissa,
sack
don't turn
with
off
me.
your camera. Cover it with a sticky note so it doesn't mix up all the portraits.
Cool. Yeah, he says I was just a botanist and it's all I have left from my former life.
Who killed you?
Insight check.
Oh,
Go for it.
6.
I got a
I
nat.
believe
For,
it.
I got my perceptive like at natural 14 for
Yeah.
insight. So could I just use that?
Yeah. He, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth. For Iggy, he is very mysterious.
Okay.
Well, he is a ghost.
Ryan, all
He is-
of
he
your...
is a-
I don't think you've ever had an insightful character, have you?
Never once.
What,
Mystery.
can we ask what the ghost's name was? What was your name?
He says, my name was Jant.
And what?
Just Jant, like Cher.
Did I read any? Did you have any books that you wrote? Were you very popular, kind of
No,
high-end?
I
Whatever
was...
you said you were, botanist?
I was young. I was a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. I
What do I know of the Arcane Brotherhood? Actually, tell me of the Arcane Brotherhood. It's even better.
says they're just a wizard college in Luskan. A lot of people don't like them, but I mean they're like any other wizard college. They teach you how to be a
Why
wizard.
did they kill you?
They didn't kill me.
I've heard no good things about these guys.
Yeah.
I don't trust this guy as far as I can throw him.
Do you still have maybe your school card or something like that? We can go check it out.
No, I died in the wilderness. That's
So
where
they sent you out by
these
yourself.
these kobolds
How
found
did you
me
die?
and just of exposure. I was a botanist, but I was a kid. I wasn't smart
not a
enough
very
to.
smart bot.
I
Insight
just
check.
got
A
lost.
kid in the Arcane Brotherhood. Something doesn't add up here. Something
Well,
doesn't add up
He
here.
says
How old
I was a
probably
kid.
a teenager. Right?
I was 26. Kid compared to any actual wizard. I mean, I came here a few months back. I was supposed to be a forward scout for
Insight check.
the Brotherhood.
Shit. 7.
You can use your passive going forward. You've got a
Oh.
14.
I know. I wanted to try to actually
Okay.
roll higher.
He says,
He's on the level.
I mean, there's a bunch who were supposed to be coming, looking for some old Netherese ruin. It's called Yithrin. And
Yithrin.
Yithrin,
Do I know of Yithrin for my history?
give me a history check.
Does anybody think they want to help me? Or should I just roll it? I'll just roll it. Fuck it. Natural 20. 24.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Then I know exactly what you're talking about.
You don't know exactly about Yithrin, but you have heard about it. There was a particular wizard who lived or lives in Elturel who was looking for this city. He knew it was in Icewind Dale. You haven't heard from him or about him in or he hasn't been seen in a few years since before the frost happened up here in Icewind Dale. And
So-
What can you tell us of Yithrin?
He was a scout? They were scouting this city?
Scouting for the city, I suppose, right?
yeah,
All right. I pull out a parchment and my ink and pen and a writing desk, and I tell him to draw us a map to where he was supposed to go.
he says, I was just supposed to go everywhere, anywhere I could.
I'm sure he gave you a little bit more insight on what areas he'd find more interesting than not, right?
So he doesn't know anything about this particular wizard. You know about Finkel. Finkel Longbottom, who is looking for this.
That's all I'll say. You've never heard of Finkel Longbottom?
Says no.
Because I know that mother, he sounds like the guy that would want something to do with this.
Says well, you know that he was looking for this, and that there was some mysterious reason he was looking for it.
With how much I knew about Yithrin, would like, and since I'm just scratching the surface, what would be the tales of Yithrin that I would know?
All
That
you
it's a
know
mysterious city.
is it was a Netherese city, so it was one of the floating cities, and that it supposedly crashed somewhere in Icewind Dale. It's hidden somewhere here, and that's what Finkel was looking for. He heard it somehow. He heard about it somehow. No one really knows that, just that he's been looking for it for a few hundred years, cloning himself just to continue looking for it.
Yeah, we didn't.
Something special about it.
We didn't stumble across that at all, but in the past, no.
Oh, yeah. Iggy had his, or Ryan's prior character had, oh shit, what's that spell? I can't remember what it's called.
Contact other planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if it was Asmodeus or someone else. Acerak might have been the person who told you.
It might have been Acerak, yeah.
But yeah, that's about all you know. Jant says, I was just supposed to look around for a few of the places.
What did he tell you to look for? What did they tell you to look for? Because I imagine if it's a hidden, crashed city, they'd give you an example of what there would be something to look for. Maybe a barren area in a circle, or, you know...
Just some of the open plains. I checked Kelvin's cairn and got out of there before a Yeti got me. And that's how I ended up dying of exposure. My dogs got eaten and I had to run away in a blizzard. Got lost and froze to death.
Man, this Yeti is just being an asshole to like. We should probably go kill this thing at one
We
point.
might have to go kill him.
I think it's a little strong for us now, though, no?
At this point, yes. He says, there's supposedly in this city supposed to be some sort of artifact. I know they call them mythals, I think. I don't know.
A mythal?
A mythal.
A mythal. Do they shoot these mythals?
No. No.
They don't fly through the air or anything and explode these
No.
mythals?
No, they're kind of like a super powerful magic battery kind
Yeah. It says this,
Mythal match.
or is it the Mythalar that's the...
of. I might be thinking of the elf one.
Yeah.
Do we think this is a magic battery or not?
He says, from what the Brotherhood has been able to find out, they believe it may be able to control the weather and stop what's going on here.
Or maybe it caused it.
When was your last
possible.
contact with the Brotherhood? Do they have any locations near us that we could go and reach out to them
or
for you?
contact, yeah.
Says there were 3 who were supposed to be coming here. Shite, what's their names? I'm forgetting. Here, that's where I can look. In creatures.
What's the Brotherhood standing with Baldur's Gate University?
There's not really too much there. It's like one is a college specifically for wizards, and then the other one is a university for higher learning, which includes a wizard college, but it's more like a football rivalry than an actual hatred or something like that.
Well, that's pretty intense then, anyway, because they probably steal each other's whatever, like the phoenix or the donkey, whatever their school has.
They're
right?
a little too far to be doing that. Baldur's Gate is pretty close to the southern edge of the Sword Coast, and Luskan is really far north. But occasionally they might do that.
Fair enough, right?
So he says the three that were supposed to be coming, there's Avarice. She's a tiefling with a pair of gargoyle companions that she brings around. Dazan used to be a red wizard of Thay, but decided to leave Thay for greener pastures, I suppose. We're not in a desert, so gotta be better than that. And the third is Valin, Valin Harpel, a very famous human necromancer.
Hey, we've been looking for her too.
She has some kobolds who are always.
She's a necromancer, right?
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, we did talk to her. We found her. Yeah, and we talked.
You
to her
talked to her.
Cool.
She wanted you to
Yeah,
find
I remember.
Nas, but she has two kobold zombies and then a few other kobolds with her.
You guys sure like kobolds at the school, eh?
He says, I just found these ones. Well, they found my body, and I took over their leader.
How did you end up being able to do that? That seems intense.
I agree.
I suppose I had unfinished business, or something about this place just didn't let me pass on.
Weird.
Is he a lich?
Oh, he would be way too powerful. That'd be really
Yeah.
powerful.
Liches are wizards who very specifically go into the attempt to become a lich. Basically, Voldemort is a lich. He spent a lot of time being able to get that powerful and go into undeath.
Could I ask a question
Yeah.
to our friend Jant here?
Yeah.
Would Valin's full name be Valindria?
He says, possibly. I've only known her as Valin.
Okay. So we've been looking for a Valindria.
I think we found her though that last time.
Did we?
That was the chick.
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did come across her in the other thing.
Yeah.
In the tavern the
When
other
we
day.
were trying to hunt the Yeti.
And then we were supposed to find Nas because has a package. Somebody has a package.
Yes,
Look out
Nas
for a
has a
young
package
one
for
with,
Valin.
Yeah. So we know two of those people already. Somewhat.
No. He says they're probably here already. If you know Valin, then they definitely are.
Would I know why, like, what magical reason why he wouldn't pass on? So he doesn't seem to have an emotional or any other one like that.
Give me Arcana. Or use your passive if you have it. 16.
16.
Your passive is better than that.
I know, but I'd like to roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
True.
Some people love rolling.
Iggy's distracted, so he just really things just pop in and out.
It's possible that there's something with this place that may cause it. He does seem very protective of these herbs and mosses of his. He may have some sort of attachment to them.
Jant, do you know anything about the other side of our our little cavern here? Have you seen this creature that causes headaches? Do you know what we're dealing with over there?
Says, no, I was more a healer. I wasn't particularly interested in whatever gives the kobolds a headache.
You're a healer. Why did you try to murder us?
Protect your stuff.
Yeah, protecting my satchel.
Well, you know what, the satchel sounds like it's valuable.
Is the satchel like magic? Maybe it's the actual satchel and not what's in it.
Says it's not magical.
That's what you say. Insight check.
Yep.
Where's my insight? 14 passive insight.
He's telling the truth.
Bullshit. Liar. Right? So I could just give you all the stuff inside your satchel and keep your satchel. You'd be okay with that, right?
As long as I had something to carry them in.
Weird. Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, how can we go forward if we can't trust to leave you behind us?
Right?
We'll come with.
Maybe we should just get some of the guards from outside the mine.
Yeah, get the guards, have them kill these guys.
Well, or just arrested or whatever.
We did nothing wrong until you came around and
Until you attacked us.
I attacked you, yes.
Wait, he said
Are
come
you
with.
still-
Come with where?
Are you still a healer, too?
Says, yeah.
Can you heal us?
Come with wherever you like. He says, yes, I can still heal.
That might not be so bad if we go in and check out the purple mushrooms, the fun guys. And he can still heal us.
Yeah, but I think we make them lead the way.
That's
They
fine.
get a
That's
headache,
water,
we
right?
know. They're the canaries, right? Let's have them lead the way. Let's make our way over there and see what we're dealing with. I think. Is there
Well,
anything
you know
else
the
over
best-
here of value?
There doesn't appear to be anything of value over here.
You know what the best part about that would be as well? Is that we can have our buddy, the ghost, in front, and every time one of those guys dies, he just hops into another one of them.
Sounds good to me. You hear that, Jant? You and your buddies are taking the first watch. Take the lead.
You want me to cross first? That makes sense.
Well, you have two choices. You can either, I guess, go ahead, or you can go hang out with the guards up above.
Wait, do we want to have somebody over there first to make sure he sends the bucket back?
It's probably a good
For sure,
idea.
you can pull the bucket back because you don't need.
Yeah,
You'd only need one person on either side, right?
He could get over there and cut the rope on us. That was all I'm saying. Then he's gone.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Golemov, he does go up to you, and where he originally stabbed you, he presses a tiny bit of that moss into the wound, and you heal 3.
Oof.
Excellent.
Hmm.
I see that it staunches the bleeding, and I say thank you, friend. Thank you. I think
anything odd about this.
I don't think he's necessarily a. I just look to him like, I don't think he's necessarily a bad person. He's just protecting his and his own. But next time, maybe hear us out before you stab us.
Good point.
I'll look down at the dead body, kind of like feeling kind of bad about it now.
You don't know about the other dead body yet?
Yeah, I don't.
This bloody wolf just walking around.
Oh no. Yeah. Like I'll vouch. Like I'll tell him. Well, I'll go first, and he can come second, and
Okay.
we'll make this work. But do you know if there's are there any other kobolds down here,
None.
or are you all of them?
Just us.
Okay. let the I'll like look to the group and be like, I don't think the party of them will harm us, so you can let them stay here and he can come with us.
All right.
And I'll like, do these kobolds look like they're starving or anything?
Don't look starving,
bad?
just very cowed.
Okay.
Oh, I have an idea. 1 second.
Yep.
Inventory. Let's see. So the Chewingas didn't like the good mead, right?
Yep.
I'll leave the good mead for the kobolds.
Okay.
I can leave them a wineskin.
They're happy with that. One of them says, "Oh, I haven't had good meat in a year, 2 years. Oh, thank you."
They can get right good fucked up right now.
So, going across Golemov, you see something interesting. There is a fossilized skull partially jutting out of the east wall, the southeast wall of this small cave. It's about 5 feet off the ground. The skull has has larger than normal eye sockets, a curious ridge between the eyes, no nose hole, and 4 small holes where one would expect to see teeth.
Like, do they? If I take a closer inspection of it, does it look like it's missing pieces, or that's how it's decayed?
That is how it's decayed. That is how its actual skull looks.
Ugh. Just kind of look at it like with.
Give me an intelligence or religion.
Religion is intelligence, and that's dumb.
Yeah.
But
I'll give you advantage on it.
I'm just gonna sit here and cry while I have -1. 18.
18 is good. This is an illithid skull. A fossilized
Shit.
illithid.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to pocket that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna ask the kobold, is this where the headaches were coming from?
Says, yeah, you've got a bit of a headache here as well. And you see a little glowing crystal next to you. It's not connected to the ground. It's basically just lying on the ground.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Is it a control?
Touch it.
Whatever.
Wait, can I
Thing?
put it? What happens if I put it? Did you say there was a hole in the skull?
There are 4 holes, and knowing what you know, those would be where the the teeth are.
Yeah. Okay.
The suckers.
Okay. I'm gonna touch the crystal. So I'm gonna pick up the crystal as well, and I'm gonna kind of like put them kind of close together.
All right. Putting them closer together doesn't do anything. But yeah.
Can I put the? I'm gonna like put the crystal inside the skull and like wrap it tightly up so that it doesn't glow.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put that away.
All right.
We're just gonna look down at Kobold. this between me and you.
He says, lips are sealed.
Give him a nod.
All right.
Um,
And putting it
And then
in
there's
there, the headache subsides. It's insulated enough that it's subsided.
Interesting. I wonder if it's a control crystal.
well, you didn't see any of that. You don't know I have that at all.
Actually, he's got a direct line of sight to what you're doing
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
I guess.
and you do have
That's
a
fair.
torch to be able to see over there.
I'll probably call out, "What you got over there, buddy?"
Nothing.
Unless he's going to
What
sleight
you
of
put in
hand
your
it.
bag, buddy?
It did seem like you were trying to do this.
Yes.
Clandestine.
Yeah, you can give me
21 for sleight of hand to make it seem like there's nothing over here.
looks more like he was looking at some rocks or something.
Yeah,
I'll
but
show
the
it back to
glowing's-
him. It looks like there was
glowing's
like
You
not-
did see the glow
a rock with
disappear.
like a skull.
Yeah, so I can pretty much. I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, you can do that. The
I'll pretend like I didn't see.
okay.
Are we crossing now? Is everybody else moving across?
It's up to you guys. Anyone else want to cross?
I'm gonna go back out.
I'll be
was
I'll be
my
drinking
plan.
wine with the kobolds, so I'll cross right at the end.
Okay.
I'll go across.
As a wolf, you shouldn't have any. You still should be able to get in there. It'll be awkward, but you'll be able to get into the bucket.
If I sits, I fits.
Yeah.
I fit this.
Okay. So, and grab the wolf and grabs Genos. Come on. And Finkel eventually comes across. So,
Iggy, not Finkel.
Iggy, sorry. We were talking about Finkel, and I just
Mhm.
got it in my head. Alright. So, coming into this last one here. Oh, went up instead of sideways. You see a little bit of a coal work face. They were digging out coal here. You do see some geodes here as well, sticking out from the walls, but it's mostly coal that they found. And I guess I can move the player view so that you can actually see in here. Picks left behind, and coal.
Coal in large amounts.
Yeah. You'd have to, like, use the picks to get some out, but you could. It would take some time.
Nah, we can just buy it in town.
Yeah, but that costs money. This doesn't.
Money or time?
Well, if you want to get your hands dirty, I'd be more interested in the geodes.
How many kobolds do we have with us?
You have...
Slave labor's not illegal,
You
right?
have 4 plus Jant.
Well, how?
I see 5 pickaxes and 5 kobolds. Get to work, guys.
I'll ask him nicely because I did give him a whole skin of mead.
You're like,
I'll be the first one to pick up a pickaxe.
okay.
And then I'll ask them to help.
Okay. So it will
Technically.
take you about an hour to get a decent amount.
I thought you said there's geodes and gems, though.
Yeah, are you going for the geodes or are you going for the...
So
Let's get the money. It's going to be worth more than coal.
Okay.
We can buy coal in town anyway,
Yeah.
so might as well go for the money gems.
So, going for the geodes, you've got 5 pickaxes here, so you can get 5 intact geodes.
Actually,
Over
I have
now.
one in my bag of holding.
Oh,
6.
6. Yeah, so you can get 6.
All right, who wants to... does everybody just get a geode then?
It's up to you.
I'll just leave them with Finkel.
Okay.
Not Finkel. Bring in
Iggy.
Iggy.
All right.
I started it, and everyone's gonna do it now.
How much do you think a geode weighs, Brad?
These are... because it's connected to rock, maybe about 2 pounds.
All right, just so I can keep my weights
Yeah.
correct.
They're working
So
on
12 pounds.
they're
then.
working on adding containers for stuff like this. So hopefully sometime in the future you'll be able to put it in there and then it'll automatically add everything together for you. But
It's actually not so bad. I got it done. So I got 6 geodes in my bag of holding then.
all right.
Would I be able to tell, like with an int check, roughly how much those would sell for?
Yeah, you could give me int for an appraisal.
Oof, only 11.
You're not too sure. You'd hope for a lot. All right.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
I think
That was an hour worth of work to get those 6.
We know what time it is. Should we be heading back, or should we take a rest here?
So you...
the mine isn't that far from town, is it? It was like a 45-minute walk.
Yeah, about that. So you're thinking you're about noon?
Also, we didn't check all the passages. We trapped a couple.
Downstairs.
Yeah, you did skip some areas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
let's
are
do
they
that. Let's start.
supposed to start, guys?
Let's ask our friends if they saw anything interesting. Maybe something they couldn't get into.
Didn't explore too far.
Jant, where's the headache maker? Why is my head not working yet? Are your kobolds broken?
Says... don't know. Must be gone.
Be like, yeah, Golem off. What's going on with that?
I just get a shrug.
Actually, over an hour you were working, so give me a moment here, Golem, because I'm going to add something to your inventory.
Okay, so I shouldn't add anything to my inventory right now
No.
then for the spooky crystal and the skull.
You can take the crystal out.
Okay, I will. I'm gonna add the skull.
Go insane.
You
Yeah,
go
add insanity to your
nuts.
bag.
Alright. So, you can check the item that I just added to your, yeah, for your thing.
Okay. Let's refresh my page. 'Cause I don't think it's gonna pop up until I actually do that.
Over the hour you were working, you attuned to it.
Oh shit! Eh?
Oh, interesting. Alright. So... Yeah, okay. It's kind of smothered in my bag, but I'm sure it's still... There's, like, if you looked at the bag close enough, you would see it glows purple slightly. But I'm not going to say anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still staring at you.
I'll just awkwardly start hearing people's thoughts, and no one will know why. Oh wait, no, telepathy. Sorry, not
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have mine. It's telepathy, not. Never mind.
Let's see what the monster manual says for that telepathy.
You have to put it in.
It's very specific type of telepathy, apparently. It takes me directly to it. So you can mentally communicate with another creature within that range. Doesn't need to share a language, but must be able to understand at least one language.
So it's like my mind link.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at you, be like, I'm just gonna be like pop a thought, like, yo.
And I'll give you back a smiley face.
just start emoji chat.
And then he sends you back an eggplant.
And I send him back a peach. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's go do some exploring.
All right.
One thing I will try, though, I'll put an infusion just on a piece of coal.
Okay.
And I'll throw that down that huge hole to see how far I can see until the 5 feet of light dims away.
It just goes on and on and on. It doesn't hit the bottom. You don't even hear it hit the bottom.
What was the ghost's name?
Alright, guys, I'll be right back.
Jant.
It just when does it disappear? Like, when does it get too dark to see?
So gives 5 feet, and I don't even know how to calculate that really. It's the end of your vision, and it just keeps going.
That is deep, then.
It is deep.
I do have Featherfall.
You do.
I don't know if I'd ever
I
get
do
back up.
too. Seems risky.
Are you looking like at the very bottom of where the bucket's going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can turn into a giant lizard and probably crawl down and crawl back up if there's anything down there. But I don't think I'd be able to.
Yeah, dark vision
Can you
doesn't
fly?
work. She cannot.
I can't fly yet.
Yeah.
I can fly when I'm in level 8.
Yeah.
Other
Wait,
than
what
that,
about
I
just
can
a regular
only
old
crawl
bat?
and shit.
It flies. She can't turn into flying creatures until level 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even a little tiny bat or
Nope.
anything?
Nothing that can fly.
Well,
And nothing that can swim
nothing that flies,
until
and nothing that's
6 or 4. I can't remember. Swimming creatures are 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can turn into something that swims in level 4, and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, soon enough.
Yeah.
Unless you have something like
We'll go
like
back
a spider. A spider would be able to climb it.
So
Without falling.
can the giant lizard.
Oh, the lizard
Yeah,
can
it's
too?
got a climb speed.
If you wanted to, you could do that. It's not a bad idea if you wanted to explore down there.
Seems like it's quite the distance down, though.
Yeah. And wouldn't be able to
Can
see.
She do it? Can she do it while
Yeah,
we're
that's
mining?
the problem. I can't see as a lizard, and I can't like bring a torch.
Sure you can. You could take my
in
ever
my
burning
mouth or anything. So.
my ever burning lantern. There's probably nothing down there. Or is there? What if there is?
I mean, we haven't found the thing that's causing the kobolds to have headaches.
Yeah, but I mean, there could be like
True.
there could be like a black razor down there or something.
I mean, I don't know if she could go. Like, I don't know if she can see, but could she go down there while we're like just mining this stuff? Because I don't think we need her assistance plus the kobolds and everyone else, right?
If you tie the lantern to her, she can see.
Hey, what about the ghost?
All right.
Can't we just ask him to float down there and tell us?
He says,
No, just throw a sack down. Then you won't have a choice.
I can't see just like you.
Well, yeah, let's tie the
Alright, I'm
lantern to the
curious.
lizard.
Yeah, tie the lantern around me, and I'm gonna turn into a giant lizard and crawl down the deep dark hole.
Okay.
I want to see if there is something down there.
So, you know that you can only stay in your form for about an hour. So, you go down, you're estimating about half an hour, and it's still going. So, you have the option to turn back or try to keep going.
I'm nervous because if I change, I'll fall to my death.
Yeah.
Like, if it's over an hour
I'll
long, then
come
you're
back.
sort of screwed.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I'll come back
you
up.
come-
I'll say that there's nothing
yeah.
that I can get to.
You come back and it is you get onto the platform as you're changing back.
What's the land speed of that thing?
The land speed of the giant lizard.
Or climb speed, I
Yeah,
should say.
climb is, I think, it might be 40. Giant lizard is climb 30. So, as far as you can get in half an hour.
Yeah, nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll have to turn back, try something else.
Yeah.
So were the places across the book, were those both dead ends?
Yeah.
Those two,
Yeah.
like where we want mined, and then they're both dead ends. Okay.
Yeah. Everything's dead ends here.
So we were sent
is that,
to
like,
clear out the rats, right? So is there rats left?
There don't appear to be any rats left so far, as you can tell.
Besides the rats, are we pretty much done here? It seems like the kobold headache has resolved itself.
Yeah, but the kobolds aren't even supposed to be here, though.
Yeah, but the kobolds have kind of agreed to chill
Yeah.
and work with the town. So
We can work.
we
We still have to convince the town, though.
Yeah, but a favor for a favor. We got the kobolds mining in here now. They're gonna give us a little bit of what they mine for safety of keeping the mine. Fair is fair, right, kobolds?
what? No, that's
Yeah, but the original miners aren't going to be really happy that we brought in
yeah.
replacements that work for cheaper than they do.
Yeah, no.
Scabs.
The point of the kobolds is the kobolds are gonna hang out here with the dwarves, to provide protection from giant rats and to ensure that this doesn't happen again.
They say, we'll take whatever job we can get.
We can't promise that the pay will be good, but they should hopefully at least let you sleep here.
Yep.
Right, you have a more silver tongue than I do.
Problems resolved.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
We gotta go back and make sure the town basically can work with them. But yeah.
7 will grab his 2 traps too.
Yeah. All right. You're heading back to town?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything else that we need to do here.
Though I'm not sure if Foster realizes those freaking traps are 25 pounds a pop.
Are they?
They're so heavy. I got one in my bag of holding, and it's like a huge chunk of the weight.
Okay, let's go back to the start point. There we go. And come on.
Remember when we went to the Blue Clam and it was so disappointing?
Yep.
Yep. Wait, no.
Iggy's gonna pick up another wineskin of sweet wine when he can.
All right.
It was disappointing to you guys, but I found out that there was a second druid from that barkeeper.
That's true. So, you guys get back. It's probably about 12:30 now.
At night or in the afternoon?
The sun is... you've still got a couple hours of twilight left.
Did we ever find out what was causing the fishermen to get their boats scuttled and stuff like that?
You haven't. As far as you can tell, nobody in Tourmaline or Targos were having that problem. It was only in Bremen.
Okay.
And we also found out that nobody really gives a fuck in that town, that the other place is having a problem, so...
Yeah. So...
Well, should we go rest and then go up to Lonelywood?
Well, we need to report back to this town's mayor.
Were you going to the mayor, or were you going to Lieutenant Garin?
Lieutenant Garin. I think that
You ain't got no legs.
Lieutenant Darren ain't got no legs.
All right.
I think it was the east side where we were headed, right?
Yeah, the east side is the inn.
Yeah.
Okay. You stop back at the inn. Yeah.
We should ask her about the song. Where did the nameless lady in the song, where did she disappear in the water?
That's what I was thinking, right?
Yeah. We should...
That's something to
Earlier
do with
on
that.
All right.
Because maybe if she was a druid and then she disappeared into the water, she turned into some big creature and couldn't turn back.
All right.
By Brad's face, I might have gone close to it, something like that.
So you get to the east side. You see actually that Valin is there. She seems to have just gotten there. She's still taking off gloves, and her living kobolds, the other two, she's told to stand in the corner, and they're just standing there like facing the wall because they weren't told to look at anything. They were just told to go to the corner. The other kobolds are sitting by the fire trying to warm up. As you guys get there, these kobolds that you've brought with you don't seem to be as affected by the cold. And Valin turns around and says, "Oh, wonderful to see you again."
We met your buddy.
My buddy?
I don't know if you knew him too well. Yeah. Oh shit, what was his name? He was did we
Jant.
ask him his name?
Jant.
Yeah, didn't he come with us?
Yeah,
Did Jant
he
come
came
with us,
with
or
you.
did we just like... Yeah, I thought that he came with us.
Is he still
Jant,
hanging around?
Yeah, he says, "Well, Valen, nice to see you. Sorry it's under these circumstances, but I did pass away. It's Jant, by the way. I died, so of course I wasn't able to report back, but I didn't find hide nor hair of Yithrin in my short time before I passed."
I'm very confused at this point.
Did you know you were sending him out there to die by himself? Not very good for a kid who really doesn't have any. Well, doesn't have anything really. He just kind of sent him out there.
She says,
I mean, it's just typical arcane brotherhood, but you know.
She says, "I didn't send him out, but it is unfortunate that he passed."
We, maybe you can help us facilitate, helping him and, his new self and family. Yeah, family. They were the ones to clear out the mines, and they were just looking for shelter. Doors are welcome to come in mine, and we're just making sure that we can facilitate that.
She says, "These kobolds then need jobs?"
Damn right.
I mean, they do, but I don't know if they're into your style of work, and I'll look over to the Jant.
Jant says, "That's up to them."
I think we were planning on more having them guard the mine.
She says,
I mean,
Yeah, just send her with this lady. That sounds like a great idea.
yeah.
Then they're her problem.
she says, "I can always
I think
use
she-
more butlers and guards."
She might be able to provide better for them than this town.
Oh, it's
And-
up to them. They're free to do what they wish.
Yep.
True.
Let them do what they want to do.
Says, "Yes." She looks at them. "Young ones, if you would like to speak with my friends, they can let you know what they do, and if you would like to join, I do pay fairly and make sure that you're warm and well fed." So they kind of toddle off. Jant is kind of, he stands there, he's not quite sure what to do. Says, "I don't really have anywhere to go."
Well, you can come with us.
Well, you can go with. You seem to have made those kobolds your kin.
Says, "I kind of browbeat them into it. They didn't really do it out of..." And this one, I've taken over his body.
Well,
You
you're
can
still
take over
here.
anything?
What's that, Lilith?
You're still here for a reason. There's a reason why you didn't pass on.
There must be.
Well, maybe we help
Don't
you
you
with
want to
that.
find out what that reason is?
Or do you want to stay with these kobolds?
Says, I was a healer. Perhaps there's still someone who needs healing.
Do we know any places that need healing, or should you just come with us for the time being? So I can settle in one of the places.
You know that the owner and proprietor of this inn is ill.
Oh, hey, even better. There you go.
Oh,
Hey, you want to check out this dude? See if you can help him out. He's pretty sick.
Isn't he cursed actually?
He goes into the
Yeah,
back with anyone who wants to go with him, and does see
I'm
the
gonna
mark
go.
of the curse, and says,
I follow. I want to watch.
Yeah, I think we're all into it.
he says, I was not strong enough to be able to cast the spell remove curse, but perhaps there is still something I can do for him.
Can you keep him alive until we can get something like that?
He puts his hands out as the ghost form comes out, and then touches the body, and you see the rune, the druidic symbol, start to flare brightly, and it almost seems to be melting the skin like a into a first, maybe second degree burn, and the ghost of Jant starts to become less and less corporeal, just standing there, not going in and possessing the body. And once he has completely gone, the druidic symbol has burned away. You think it would take a little healing to get rid of that, but it's something that Severin's able to do with his lay on hands. And the man sits up, wipes the sweat from his brow, and no more sweat starts coming out, and says, "What happened?"
Does what's his face seem to be gone?
He's fulfilled his purpose.
I'll just nod in silent appreciation of the act, but I'll tell him and be like, one who is past gave what remained of himself to give you what remains of yourself. And I'll touch him on the shoulder and be like, you've been bound, your astral souls have been bound. You are closer to divinity.
He says, I don't know what that means, but thank you, whoever helped. And he gets up and he really thanks you all.
Can you tell us more about what happened to him?
He says,
It was a detailed kind of what was going on.
Says, I don't
when he got cursed.
really know. All I remember is the all I know is that I got sick in the morning. I just woke up and could barely move.
The ring your daughter holds.
Yes.
Where did you originally acquire that?
From my parents.
Do you know where your family are? Do you know where?
Who are your parents?
They were, what's his name? They were the former Mr. and Mrs. Peskrick. Nothing special about them.
Would I know anything? Maybe am I reading books of any Escrics?
No, there's nothing, no mention of them that you can think of. It's just their names, the former owners of this inn.
You remember an old Michelin star guy? They had 1 star.
You might actually, you might actually remember Volo's Guide to the North, which was just it was basically a place that, or a book that talked about different places, and he talked favorably of the Peskrick family that owned the east side in Tourmaline. It was much older than this guy's parents. The book is a few hundred years old. So his family has owned it for a few generations.
And do we
So then it-
remember what?
Might have come
Sorry, go
from
ahead.
as a gift to the family, maybe. Might have been a gift to the family.
Yeah. He says,
So
Like, how old is this?
it was a gift to my grandparents for saving a woman from the cold.
a druid from the cold that turned into some sort of creature and is swimming around in your lakes.
He says, I don't know about that. All I know is the story was that she was fleeing someone and fled back into the night.
That ring's got to be something to do. Something.
It keeps me warm.
That it will.
I have no idea what to do.
I'm gonna go find. What did we agree?
So do we know, like, in the mythology, can we search where this woman... So, sorry, she came from a lake or she came from some water source?
No, she just
She's just being chased.
She was just-
It was in the song.
chased out of the wintry cold.
Just kind of came out of the blue.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna hit up the daughter, and I don't remember what she promised us for a reward. But I'll be
That
like,
ring.
She didn't promise
She
anything.
didn't promise us anything. No.
No, she didn't.
No.
Oh, I thought she did.
Nope.
Oh, I did this out of kindness of my heart. I'm so nice.
But we originally did. I think we got a free meal out of it.
Yeah,
Here we go.
because you helped him, she gave you free meals, room and board.
So anyway, so what's she gonna say to her dad now?
Oh,
'Cause we
she's
helped him out.
hugging him, and she's very, very happy that he's not sick anymore. Checking him for a fever that's not there, and yeah.
Be careful with that ring.
Yeah, we might have to hold on to it for you.
I say there's
In
no
case
fever
somebody comes
because of
back
this.
looking for it.
And then I pull out my cowbell.
Got a fever, and
I think
the only cure.
I think it needs more cowbell.
cowbell.
More cowbell.
I walk out of the inn.
You leave the inn?
I'm just making a joke. The pun was so bad, I leave the inn.
What did she think about us taking the ring for her safety?
She puts a hand on it and says, "This is an heirloom."
We just, and your father's, I'm sure he's super happy that we just saved his life. We might be able to go find the original owner of this ring and help her.
Give me a persuasion.
There we go. Persuasion. Where is persuasion? Come here. There we go. 17.
She says,
Kicking the balls, but
I suppose that makes sense if... I mean, I don't know how she can still be alive, but... if she is out there, then yes. She takes the chain off. It's actually just a leather thong that she takes off, and
she took off her leather thong. Wow, I said, just the ring. I don't need. Thank you.
she hands you the leather strap with the ring on it.
I'm gonna kind of look at the thong, maybe sniff it, and put the ring on.
Stop.
So, I don't,
Gross.
It's like, don't worry, if we don't find her, I'll bring this back, I promise.
Thank you.
This is just a loan. I'll guard it with my life.
All right. Well,
I hope it's not cursed because I just put it on.
It's nice and soft with the fur that's on the inside of the ring. You can add Ring of Warmth to your character sheet.
Inventory. Alright.
And then over an hour you can attune to it if it needs attunement. Just put the make sure to click the box next to it to equip it, and then if it does need attunement you can go into the attunement menu to click that.
Okay, so click on that. I will attune to it.
And yeah, that'll give you, I think it gives you, what's that?
This is awesome. So I've got resistance to cold damage, and you and everything I wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oof. That
Nice.
is, I think that's pretty close to the coldest that it gets in Icewind Dale right now.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, you basically
that's
just are
pretty
like,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am pretty happy right now. Very.
Yeah.
I would buy beers for everybody, but I do not have any money.
Well, I wasn't even there. I'm eating downstairs.
All right. What would everyone like to
So
do?
does that mean even in water as well? So if I hop into some water,
Yeah, you're not affected if it's up to minus 50. Still have to be able to swim and breathe,
Yeah.
but yeah,
right?
not
Yeah,
affected by the cold.
great. All right. Wonderbar, thank you so much. We must get off to our business now. I'm sure we'll be back,
All right.
and I'll meander downstairs too.
Okay.
Maybe I'll eat some of Iggy's food as I come up to him. So I show off my ring too while I'm picking off his plate.
Yeah.
I'll say, did you steal that?
Oh man, she gave it to me. It's great.
Then I look at him again, even more intently. Did you steal that?
Insight check. You should do.
I will
Do an
insight check.
Insight check me. I'm gonna stare
12.
intently back at you, and I'll say, "Who knows?"
I still think you stole it.
I did not.
I
steal.
know. I'm just staring at you.
Anybody can do insight checks on me. You can go ask the fine young lady that sent it to me, gave it to me.
Skamos was there when she
Guarding
gave it
out
to
my
him, so you know about it.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah, but who trusts bards
Technically.
anyway,
I
right?
think some shenanigans went on, but I don't see anything.
The kobolds are all having a good time together, eating and having some drinks with Valin.
excellent. I want to get drunk with those kobolds tonight.
Okay.
That's Golomov's plan.
All right.
Because I'm assuming we're staying at
Oh.
the inn for the night.
We got to report the mine, though.
Yeah. Anyone want to go to do
Oh,
that?
yeah, we got. Who was the one that was talking to them before? Wasn't that?
That was Skamos who talked to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Who was
go-
Severin talking to?
Severn was intimidating the guards that were keeping an eye on Iggy after he fired his gun
Oh yeah.
in the street.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, I
Well,
missed all that.
Let's go talk to the boss guy and tell him that, and then we can, I guess, go. I was thinking we could go up to Lonelywood to go fight a giant.
Yeah.
We could either, fight a fucking giant, whatever the hell that thing is.
Moose.
Guess
Moose.
the moose. Or do we want to go kill the Yeti? Because, like, they've been
No,
having
we're
a
not
problem with the
powerful
Yeti
enough
here.
for that yet.
Says who?
I just don't think we are. Don't think we're there yet. A Yeti versus a moose. What do you think sounds more intimidating?
But a bloody moose.
It's a really
giant,
big moose.
giant bloody moose who's
From
fucking
what I-
up people that cut trees down.
From what I actually know of moose, I think the moose would do a pretty good job against the Yeti.
Moose are pretty
And
scary.
stomp it.
Yeah, moose are pretty.
Where is the Yeti at?
It's
Kelvin's Cairn, which is quite a ways away. You'd have to go off-road into basically between here and
Oh, it's at the top of the fucking mountain over
yeah.
there. So we're gonna have to go down, or we're at D, so we'd go past Berman's Run, and then we go maybe to the Dwarven Valley and take the Dwarven Valley. Maybe there's a path that goes up there. Unless we want to go to actual Carid de Nivell, or whatever that's called. We might have to go straight down Dreamer's Run, Dwarven Valley, Carid de Nivell, up to Carid Konig, and then up the mountain. Depending, I don't know how to exactly get there.
Well, I want to speak with the necromancer first.
Okay.
Hey, there's a place called Good Mead.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
where
that's where all the
totally
meat
go
comes
there.
that's where they make the
I'm gonna
good
ask her.
meat.
So it's
So-
not just good mead; it's just the name of the mead.
It's the meat. The
That's
name
like
of the
having
meat.
good
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah. I'll ask her.
Okay.
So, where have you searched for Yithrin?
She looks at you and says, "Seems Jant has a bit of a flapping tongue, as it were, incorporeal as it is. I've searched for word of it so far, only in a few of the towns. I went to Bryn Shander, then Targos, Bremen, came back. That's when I met you back at Bryn Shander. I needed to resupply. And that's
Have you
best
checked out the
place.
Dwarven Valley yet?
No.
Perhaps we can work together. I'm interested in forbidden lores.
Hmm?
You're interested in forbidden lores.
Well,
Me too. That's crazy.
she says, well, perhaps we could. Keep an ear to the ground if you learn anything. Well, you are looking for Nas for me as well. Here. And she digs into her little messenger bag and pulls out a pair of scrolls and says, if you hear anything of Yithrin or of Nas, use one of these. If you open it up, each one is a scroll of sending.
Oh, no.
All right, so I'll put this in my, I guess my kit, and then I'll say, what can I expect for a finder's fee?
Well, that depends on what we find. I'm
Fair enough.
mostly interested in stopping this winter, but I mean, it is a necropolis. There may be things there to find. I'm quite happy to share, well, let's say 50-50. The Arcane Brotherhood isn't exactly, well, they wouldn't take kindly to me giving up too many relics, but your group gets half and I get half for the Brotherhood.
Seems reasonable, depending just on how much heavy lifting we have to do.
Oh, of course. And if we do find it, I'm happy to bring you along and we can share in the work.
Very well. You have yourself a deal.
All right.
I'll shake her hand.
She shakes. She's got a strong handshake for a wizard.
Do I think it's because... can I do an Arcana? Or actually, I want to investigate her.
Okay.
Man, this is really happy music right now.
Really creepy
I take her out onto the dance floor and we start to have like a little drink. No. I want to quickly use my passive investigation to see if she's got some sort of a glamour, or if I think she might herself be undead,
Okay.
or if she is using illusion magic.
Yeah. Give me your. You giving me a roll or your passive?
This time I'm just going to do the passive
Okay.
investigation.
So it was. What is it?
17.
17. Hot damn. She doesn't appear to
A
be.
good passive.
Yeah. She doesn't appear to have any glamour or anything like that. She's. You get the feeling from her that she may be a noblewoman, but looking at her, you see what appear to be old tattoos peeking out beneath the graying hair. So get the feeling that maybe she grew up in a particular country where you have to be quite strong to survive if you're not a very, very powerful wizard. You think she may be Thayan. Doesn't quite have the complexion, but Thay in the last few hundred years has brought in some outside folks. Any slaves way back when who started to show magical talent were freed, so she may have come from one of those families.
Good to know. Interesting. I'll keep my eye on her. I'll do an insight check to try to figure out whether she's trustworthy.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
Natural 20.
5. I don't know.
You don't know. She's easy to
all on
see
the level,
on
buddy.
the outside what's going on, but her inner workings are just a mystery.
This bitch is unreadable. She's like a secret agent. All right, then I'll leave her to whatever she's doing.
Okay.
And when I walk by the kobolds, I'll tell them, make sure to talk to those two guys in the corner too.
What you guys?
They look over there. They've seen them and they've been told what happened.
Wait, which guys?
The zombies.
Oh,
Skamos, were you gonna go talk to Lieutenant Garen? Were you bringing anyone else?
Was anybody else gonna come? I don't. If they wanted to, they could, but I was just gonna go.
Okay.
Lomov's current plan is to get drunk with the kobolds unless he gets told otherwise.
What level is sending? Is it 2?
I believe so. Listing. Oh, not filter. Spells. Sending is 3rd, actually.
All right. I'll just add this scroll of Tarask summoning.
That's
Can you imagine?
yeah. That's a fun one.
Oh, I see. It just says spell scroll 3rd, and then you can write it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Skamos, you get to the guard outpost there, and you do see Lieutenant Garen. He's looking his same old shifty self. And as soon as he sees you, he stands up straight and walks into the area where the cells are.
Okay, well, I'll walk over to him and say, the mines are clear. Job's done.
Excellent.
Job's done.
Thompson.
Yes. Let's go speak to my commanding officer and let him know that you did it. That you did it for me, and that you did it at my request, and then we'll get me in the leadership, if you know what I mean.
Yes, that's what we're worried about, Garen. Let's get that done.
So you go to his commanding officer, who's sitting behind the desk, writing. You're not even sure what, in this small town, what kind of reports he could be writing.
Well, we did it all thanks to Lieutenant Garen's magnificent plan. Couldn't have done it without him and his backseat leadership. Here for the reward.
You cleared out the
Boom! Give us some money.
Well, that's very interesting. You were promised a reward?
Yeah, Lieutenant Garen told us right before we left. I think it was some sort of monetary value. I can't remember correctly. What was it, Garen?
Give me a deception check.
I'll use my passive one. It's 15.
Okay. Garen looks at you and then kind of gives a sheepish smile to the lieutenant and says, let's see, what was he going to if you had taken money from Nerth?
I think it was 50 gold.
Was it 50? Yes.
If we were.
Yes, it was 50. So he digs into the desk and pulls out a big key and then goes to another little vault, opens it up and counts out 50 bills for you.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for all the good work, and I'll be off unless there's anything else you need for our services.
Says, no, that's good enough. And then he looks at Garen and he says, You found people to clear out the mine? It's quite interesting. Good work, Garen. And yeah.
And then I'll leave and go back to the bar and split the money with the squad.
All right. How much should I be given Severin?
0.
Are we talking? Was it 50 gold each, or did he just give you a bag of 50 gold?
Gave a bag of
I
50.
think it was just a 50 gold.
That's just...
Well, sorry, Severin, you're not here. You don't get it. We'll do 10 each for everybody that's here. Sorry.
16.
$10 done. This is awesome.
Woohoo! Done deal.
All right. Well, he does get his geode at least.
Oh yeah, are we gonna sell those?
He can have my geode.
Okay.
I suppose we can have an
Get
investigation
the gold.
into how much we can sell geodes for.
If you do go to, there is a little marketplace, and if you find a spot, it doesn't really take an investigation check to find it. You do find a place that's willing to buy them. You can get 10 gold each.
All right, so I guess
You bastard.
everybody gets another 10 gold.
That's some pretty good money for a geode, eh?
They're decent sized geodes.
Yeah, they're 2 pounds a pop. That's pretty
Yeah.
big. All right, I'll pull those out of my bag.
Would there be a place where I could maybe get a like a crossbow here?
Thank you, Beer League 1, for following.
Oh, we got another person. How many people are watching?
We got 4 people watching on my screen, but
Hey,
5 on mine. Oh yeah.
You guys are awesome. Love you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for the 10 gold. So anyway, where can I buy a crossbow and some bolts?
you want a crossbow and bolts?
Yeah.
You can find a place for that.
Seems like
How
a
much?
good bard thing to have. Since we're in the
Well,
back and
right
all.
now I'm not
you know?
really. I'm not getting close to anybody to hit them. So.
No,
might as well
I
do
hear
it.
you. I'm in the same boat. Me and my music
It's
and
like,
yelling
I
at
keep-
people's skills.
yeah, kill insults. Throw a dagger once in a while.
So there are a couple types of crossbow. How much are you looking to spend?
I only have 100 gold.
Okay, so you can get a light crossbow for 25, heavy crossbow, which is 2 hands, for 50, and a hand crossbow for 75. What are you proficient in?
What am I proficient
Simple.
I'm proficient in
in-
Oh,
dex.
you're
in? Crossbow and
hand crossbow. So you're proficient in that one.
Oh, I'm in crossbow and
Okay.
hand crossbow as well.
I guess I'll spend 75 on a hand crossbow.
Okay. And then it is 1 gold for a bundle of 20 crossbow bolts. And
So I'll get 20 crossbow
Okay.
bolts then.
and 1 gold for a case to put the bolts in.
Okay. And that should be good. Okay, I've got the case, crossbow bolts.
Did you get the hand crossbow?
I did.
You wanna
I
keep-
think I'm gonna do this same.
Okay.
You want to keep around 20 gold pieces to level up. Just to let everyone know.
That's
Okay, I have 22 100 bucks.
that's
Or I could just borrow something.
that's great. Beer League
Yes.
1. He's brand new and watching people play to learn. We've actually got 1 brand new player in our group as well. Lilith there has never played before, so yeah, we'll learn alongside
It's
each
fun
other.
anyway. Exactly.
All right,
I'm gonna purchase the same stuff here.
wicked.
Hand crossbow in a case and 20 bolts.
All right. And what else would you like to do?
get drunk with the kobolds.
Get drunk with the kobolds.
Get drunk.
All right.
They already got to be tipsy because I gave them that skin before.
Well, just the Icewind ones. The regular kobolds are just starting.
Oh yeah.
So,
Sweet. Where are we at anyway? Are we back at the Blue Clam?
well, if you want to go to the Blue Clam, you can. Golemov is at the east side drinking with the kobolds.
Yep.
I'll go back to the east side after after me and
Gamos.
Scanpost. We got our hand fucking.
Yeah, do we gotta go do some practice? Get our.
I have enough practice.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
practice.
I'm the best.
Practice.
Sounds
on
like a
kobolds.
challenge to me.
I don't have enough money to start challenging people for games on gold, so I'll just chill for a little bit.
All right. So, you rest for the day. The remainder of the day, have some supper. It's still on the house because she's very grateful for you for saving her father. He's grateful for you for saving him as well. And yeah, you get some rest and wake up in the morning nice and rested. Iggy, were you going to try to speak to some Chewingas again, or?
No, not today.
Okay.
I'm running out of trinkets. I have the what did I leave? I left some thimble flasks for
Right.
them. Are those gone?
Yeah. They took those and got a little tipsy themselves.
Actually, if I could, I'd like to take one of those wineskins I bought and fashion like a little jigger, you know?
Right.
So if you pour it, then it pours an exact amount, so they can refill their own flasks.
Okay. So, let me see. I want to show you guys some Chewinga pictures of the ones that you saw. Yeah, this is probably a good one. So these are the type you saw that aren't like the ones with the animal masks.
I gave them cutlery
Yeah.
too. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they are. I love Chewingas so much. And
So I don't know what you want me to roll for the making the little jigger.
your normal. You got blacksmith tools.
Tinker tools,
yeah.
yeah. I'm not proficient in blacksmith tools yet, though.
So yeah, I'd say just toss in would be probably Dex for Tinker Tools.
Plus my proficiency
Yes.
then. 9's kind of shitty.
Yeah. So it's not the greatest. It does kind of leak a little.
Whatever. Works for now.
Yeah.
I'll repair it later.
All right. And then the next morning, you guys wake up, and what you gonna do?
The question is Yeti or Moose?
Ooh,
How are we feeling?
Or level up, because it takes like a week, doesn't it?
It does. You got 300.
ooh,
So
So that should level us
that
up.
should level you up. Yeah.
do we? Does there happen to be a doctor in here? Can I talk to my baby?
I'm a doctor.
Oh yeah, this. Oh, I totally forgot about this.
Because how much time do I
Oh
have
god,
left?
yeah,
Do I have a
You're not sure how much time you have left.
we should have gotten the gold to help you.
shit? Right? Fix me. Just so everybody knows, I've got a what is it called again
Slod.
inside me? I got a lod,
Slod with
baby
an S at the
tadpole
beginning.
lod,
SLAAD.
slod,
Yeah.
slod, ready to burst out of my chest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to not have it burst out of my chest.
Wrapped around your heart.
Well, couldn't somebody try and talk to it?
We
Like,
have.
Not quite old enough
Yeah,
yet
but
to
don't we
understand.
have newfound abilities somehow?
Oh, I guess Are we hitting level 3 at this point then?
So yes, it takes with our darker dungeons home rules. It takes a week of downtime to level up.
It's also the complete rest.
Yes. So you would get back your.
So I guess we can.
So we can.
Yeah.
Do we get back one or two deaths?
We would
fails?
get back everything.
You get back everything.
Okay, sweet. I almost died that fucking
So we can plan. We can, I guess, take a week and plan and plot. I think most people want to go do the moose first.
I think that sounds about right.
Head up to Lonelywood. There's also. I had something else up there.
Well, Lonely Woods where all the I was gonna make another bad joke. We'll just leave it at that. Did I
Okay.
ever find out too what my 6 magic tarnished coins did?
So
There were
those
stamps
did
with water
get
deep in them?
split up. Those coins.
So everyone got one?
Yes, everyone's got one. Those are
Okay.
for that. I can't remember what it's called. The action point to save you if you die.
Yeah, so if we
Your
yeah,
fate
we can
points.
use that to buy something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for the fate points, yeah.
Fate points.
Fate
That's
points,
right.
okay. Wonderful. All right, can I talk to my child?
Patrick's little baby thing. I do have a herbalism kit. Can I craft anything healing in my herbalism kit?
Well, we tried to poison it, but I just didn't do it for long enough because I took it all
yeah,
at
I
once.
took all the poison at
I'd like to
once.
craft an abortion, please.
So
Abortion pill. The morning after pill, right?
So with the herbalism kit, what you're able to do is over a day you're able to make a health potion.
Oh, it's not too bad.
So if you wanted to, you can, alongside your level up, you can make, because a week in the Forgotten Realms is 10 days, so you could make 10 health potions.
Damn.
Nice.
In
And where do I add those in? Do I put them to my
So you would go to your equipment and manage equipment, and then potion of healing. And if you want to split any of those up with the rest of the party, that's up to you. And it should give you the choice to.
Why can't I manage equipment? Is it manage inventory?
Yes, manage inventory. That's what it would be. Sorry.
And it would be a custom item, or would I find it under?
You can look it up under equipment.
Elixir of health.
No, potion of health. Potion of
No,
healing.
that's it.
Aha. There's like, I'm guessing it would be greater.
No,
So would
just potion of healing.
That's just a
Superior?
normal one. Nope, that's way too high still.
Just the normal one.
Just a
that-
potion
No,
of
I'm
healing.
not seeing it. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I put potion of healing in. Comment?
Let's look for it again. Manage, add items, search,
Search.
potion of healing. Just put in potion, and then it'll go potion of timing, potion of comprehension, potion of healing.
Yeah, or just search healing. That's also. It should be the first one under healing. I don't know why searching potion of healing doesn't bring it. It's weird.
I'm not sure why, but I just keep getting greater, superior, and
um,
supreme.
You might be
I'm not-
having instead
I'm under
of
potion.
you should probably click the common button because instead of like magical.
Maybe, yeah. Common.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Yeah.
I finally found it.
Alright.
Yeah, because you might have had like the
Um,
specialty ones or something like that up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I got 9 potions of healing. Do you want to try one, Patrick? See if it helps you at all?
I that won't work.
Or
I appreciate
do
it though.
Wait,
That'll just get us some life
Yeah.
when we have a
Alright.
problem.
I got them. I got some healing potions.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
So,
If you want to
Yeah.
split any of those up with the group, you can.
yeah, guys, do you want one?
Yeah.
I'll take one. I'll always take a healing potion.
Yeah, hook us up. Hook us up with whatever you feel like giving us.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
Brad,
like,
I
I see
think
you
that
guys can take one each.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. What's that, Golem?
I was just gonna say, I thought I rolled in the spot with where you could see it, but I'm just wanting to tell you what I rolled for my HP.
Yeah.
If just so you could see it, but I rolled a 7.
Cool. And
Is it a 1d8 for HP or what is it?
For me, it is. Yeah.
For you as well, I believe. Your hit points should be a d8 for Bard, and then also for Druid, I believe you are also a d8.
I got 15 out of pot 16
Oh!
possible hit points
Woo!
on
Right.
level 1 and 2,
So-
or on level 2 and 3.
Features, yes, Bard is d8 and Druid is d8. So, Melissa, you can roll a d8. If you roll a 1, you can re-roll.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 7. That's good.
And a 4 for Lilith. So, what you need to do, is it in there? No, I need to find this to help you out. Think it should be under. Okay, yeah. So if you click on the gear icon and then go manage levels, should come to a spot where it has a button that says manage XP.
Oh. Hold on. Okay, manage experience.
And then change the
And then I set level.
rolled, add 5 to the rolled HP. You are managing level, not managing experience.
Oh, whoops,
That's
sorry.
alright.
Sorry, guys.
That's alright.
So manage levels, and then I want to
Change rolled
go to
HP.
the side.
So yes, there should be a button that says manage HP or manage hit points.
Oh, there it is. I finally found it. Okay.
And then add 5 to your
So
rolled
I
HP.
have rolled is
Or no, 7. It was 7 that you rolled.
5. Okay, from the number that's already. Okay.
I think it was 7. Now I can't even remember.
I rolled a
You rolled a
4.
4, so add 4. There you go.
All right.
And
And I don't need to put anything in the HP modifier or anything
nope,
like that.
you just save what you've added.
Okay. Got it.
And then, what you are getting.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta
Okay.
go. It's been a pleasure.
Have a good
I'll
one.
talk to you guys next week.
See you later.
See you later.
Farewell.
So let's switch to that. That's gonna have everyone out of order, but that's okay.
Guys, I have it. I have deflect missiles now.
Nice. Deflect missiles is so great for monks, Melissa. You can catch and throw back an arrow or something like that.
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Nice.
With my eloquence bard, how does that work now with the passive 10 that we take?
I think he said you did 5.
Do I get the bonus 5?
Yes.
Is that what we were
Yeah.
saying?
You would get a bonus 5.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now, Melissa, you should be able to go back to your character sheet. And
Okay.
then under your spells, you should be able to add some new spells. You can prepare spells because you learn all of the spells that you know. So, how many cantrips should you have at... Okay, so you're still 2 cantrips. So, yeah, you can manage spells and
Nice.
you can prepare 2 more spells, and now you've got 2nd level that you can choose from.
I gotta do that.
All right. Cool.
Do you just manage it from your inventory, or is there like a spell
yeah.
section that's easier?
There is a spells section where all your spells are, where you can see your spell slots and stuff like that. And if you click manage spells, and then for you, I think it's click known spells, and then you should have a list of spells that you can learn. But for Melissa, it is just prepare.
Okay. See, when I was doing this before, I wasn't apparently a 3rd level. Now I'm showing the 2nd level spells. This is more fun.
Yeah.
Is there any suggestions for 2nd level spells that you would say for a bard?
Let's see, what kind of spells do you have? Well, maybe I should
Crown of Madness.
reload this page so that he's at like 3. And now I can look at the spells. Manage and add. So, 2nd level. Calm emotions can be good. Chill or heat metal. Crown of Madness and Cloud of Daggers are really good.
Cloud of Daggers is good. Do you get Bane?
He does not, I don't think. Oh yes, it is a 1st level.
Bane is kind of funny.
Um,
I've seen it literally win fights before.
There's also Zone of Truth, Suggestion. Shatter can deal a lot of damage. There is a UA spell. Nether's Mischief.
What the? You make it smell like apple pie? What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Lesser Restoration is good for that one can heal blind, deaf, paralyzed, or poison. No idea how often you'll be seeing that sort of thing.
Oh, training only takes 1 day for level 3, it says.
Oh, is it? 1 day? Okay.
Yeah.
But you do have
still
to
one,
do
right?
it over the full rest.
Remove 20 gold. Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does cost 20 gold to level up as well.
Alright, I tried adding my Steel Defender in the extras. I don't know if he's going to level up with me, though.
It doesn't.
Mm.
You have to do the math in your head.
Well, that's not the hardest, but that's stupid, I
It is.
think.
Yeah, it's the only thing that changes is based off your proficiency. That's the only thing that changes.
Okay, so
If I remember correctly.
yeah, it's proficiency and
Yeah.
HP, I think.
Yeah. I think the HP might change though.
I did put him in here.
That's why I had to try and remember how much Norbert had to hit
Yeah.
sometimes. Because it didn't do the math for me.
So I have your Steel Defender's HP. So anytime you level up, just let me know what the HP is going to, and I'll increase that for you. So you'll be able to see his approximate HP as he takes damage. Also, did you want to name him, or is he just going to be blank?
I'll name him for next stream.
Okay.
I got a special name for him. Do you have a token for him?
Yeah.
Are we still on, or?
We are still on. Let's show this. I need to shrink him down to the right size. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this
That's
off.
awesome.
That is some of Melissa's
Did you
wonderful
see the
art.
The other one that she sent?
S-
I think that's Jant, right, Melissa?
Yeah,
Yep.
I haven't seen this character yet. When's he gonna come into play?
He is coming up right now with this level up.
That's
Yep.
so good.
Because I'm finishing building him today, over the night. That's
I've got
I'll
one
introduce
more
him.
that I'll share
There we go.
in
Oh,
Discord.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brad,
we got
show
some more
the
stuff
art that
coming
she
in.
drew from Discord.
It was
That's-
Jant.
It's fucking sweet.
Oh my god. That is fucking amazing. Okay, so I've got to save this to here in Melissa's art and save there. And then let's go into import into encyclopedia, and I'm just going to leave it here. Import file, and there. Okay. And then so show image to players. That is fucking awesome. You are amazing. God damn, and you colored everything too during the game as well. Yeah. Well, that one I love how he's you put X's and the tongue sticking out for Trex. So yeah, I will add that to the thing for Streamlabs so that next week it will show up as part of a slideshow in the stream starting and stream ending pages. And
Nice.
yeah, I think we will call it here. You got something there, Connor?
I was just gonna say they're good picture notes on the episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't.
You could use it for the YouTube thumbnail.
I could. Oh my god, that's a good idea. Oh, yes. That's what we're doing. That is the YouTube thumbnail. And yeah.
I'll have to make some more spoiler then next time, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that. It's fun.
Night Beer League 1.
I like doing it. I enjoy it.
You know,
Yes.
there are two types of players that every DM wants. One is the player who role plays the shit out of everything, and one is the player who draws. There's and it's fine if you don't role play that much, but oh my god, having a player who draws is so great now.
Feels satisfying.
It is, yeah.
You should put up Iggy and his robot up on the screen again,
Yeah.
so you can see what the robot looks like.
Well, that is actually on the ending screen. So,
Oh, nice.
Let's say goodnight to everyone, and I will switch over to the ending screen so everyone can see that and our credits. All right.
Farewell.
Good night, everyone.
Melissa, Ryan said.